of God says speak victory over it, and it shall come to pass.
It shall. Yes, it will.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. Yes, it shall.
Have you see real quick? I'm thinking real quick.
Thank you, Lord.
It shall
It will come to pass.
to pass.
Yes. Yes.
Why would I say that? Our story today, let us give you where it's at, and I'm going to preach this thing in summary version. Is that we have to have the same visitation that Joseph got.
Yes.
Why would I say that? Because sometimes we let how things make us feel dictate our decision on what to do. Well, what's the story? Matthew chapter 1, verse 19-20, just to summarize, say this, is that when Joseph found out that Mary was having a baby, the initial thought that he had was to get rid of the marriage. And he said, I can go and divorce her privately so that there would be no shame to her publicly. And it's saying that as he was having that thought, the spirit or the angel came and visited him and let him know that what's on the inside of her was conceived by the Holy Ghost. Y'all with me now?
Yeah, all right.
What I'm trying to tell you on this morning is that we have to be able to declare in the atmosphere from everything that has been Jacob our whole life is that we cannot go in faith dictating on how we feel. Why did I say that? Well, I had to read it because, to tell you the truth, when you read this particular passage, many of us read Joseph's thought with what he had already done later on.
Yes.
We all know that Joseph went and he took and hid Mary because Herod was coming to what? Destroy and kill all these firstborns. And so what happens is when we know the story, we read that part of the particular passage and think that's what Joseph was trying to do. Go and protect Mary. That was not his initial thought. His initial thought was, I'm about to divorce her because how dare she? Oh, come on, somebody.
Amen.
You know how we are? We get offended. I said one thing about Joseph is that he did have a little bit of class, and he said, I'll divorce her privately so that she will not have any public shame. Because we know us in 2017, if somebody wrongs us, what do? We want to make sure the whole public know that somebody wronged us.
Amen.
And so what happens is that we see that Joseph said, I want to divorce her publicly. And that the angel came and said what? He came and said, this thing that is conceived is from a blessing of the Holy Ghost. I came to encourage you today that there is a blessing in your conception.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Why would I say that? Because we got to quit having the thoughts of aborting and get rid of things because it doesn't look like the blessing that you thought you was going to get. Why am I saying that? Joseph only could see the natural situation. He could only see that Mary was pregnant, and he knew that they were not married yet. And so there was going to be what? Public shame. There was going to be what we talked about last year, what? The backlash. And so we get to this place in time is that the first thought that he has is many times the first thought that we have. How can I make myself not look bad in this circumstance? Come on, somebody. It's like a case of emergency and urgency. How can I make myself not look bad in this circumstance? We don't say, God, is this you? We don't say, God, what are you doing in the midst of this? We just say, how can I fix it so that I don't have to embrace the backlash that's coming down the pipe?
My God.
And so what happens is he sits there and the first thing he thinks of is, I'm going to divorce her. Because how dare you allow this to happen to you? And many times we look at situations that may not have one or two people in it, but sometimes there's something that comes in the midst of our lives, and the first thing we ask ourselves is that how dare this thing happen to me?
Yes.
God, I've been serving you, but how can this come into my life? God, I've been doing this, but how can this come into our life? And the first thing we think of is, how can I avoid the backlash? How can I avoid the backlash? How can I come out looking good in this situation? And tell me the truth, you may not think that you're thinking this way, but you really are thinking this way, is that when you say, how can I look good from within this circumstance, it's really saying, how can I get the glory myself? How can I come out looking good in a circumstance that's supposed to make me look bad? Oh my God, today. We got to get to a point, you understand, is that every single time that we go through something, it's not always going to make us look good.
That ain't gonna feel good.
You understand that's the problem that exists is this. God's agenda confuses people who don't see things the way he sees it, which causes people to carry out the crucifixion spirit. The reason why the people were so easily to say crucify him because they didn't understand what Jesus was speaking. And so what they do is they call it blasphemy. They didn't understand that he was speaking existence and speaking the prophecies that were already coming to pass, and he was the prophecy being fulfilled. But what happened is since they did not understand it, even the Pharisees and the Sadducees did not understand it, the only thing they could ever think of and say is what? Blasphemy. And so what happens is that's kind of like the crucifixion spirit that many carry today, is that when you don't understand it, you try to destroy it. When you don't understand what's happening into your life, you try to get rid of it. Yeah. Oh my God, today. You don't even ask yourself this question. God, what are you doing in my life?
My God.
So you see this that Joseph almost killed a union that was destined to be had. All because he initially failed to see what God was doing in the midst of a circumstance. Like I told you before, many of us abort the blessing because we are confused to what he is actually doing in the midst of our issue. My prayer is always, Lord, what are you doing in the midst of my situation? We got to understand that we got to quit focusing on the severity of the issue and focus on the supernatural of God. My God, today. Many a times what happens is that we take our focus off of God because we are focusing on the severity of the issue. Why did I tell you that? Remember when we talked about when God sat in the boat and he said, what? Peace, be still to the storm. They said that even though they said fearfully, they asked, what manner of man is this who can control the sea? And I asked myself, and I told y'all, why would they still say they were fearful? They were fearful because the storm was still there.
Yes, it was.
And they focused on the image of the storm and not on the power of God.
My God.
And so, we got to understand, I told y'all this, I said, the scripture said, if God said if I could be in the storm, or he said, well, if I could be in the world, or yeah, if I could be in the world, I'd be the God of the world. And as I told you, you declare right here at the altar, is that God said if I can be in it, I can be the God of it. Come on, somebody. The Bible says, what? Casting all your cares upon him, for he what? Careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because what? Your adversary, the devil, as a what? Roaring lion, walking about what? Seeking whom he may what? Devour. But the Bible tells us this, whom resisted steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But it says, but the God of all grace, who have what? Called us to eternal glory by Christ Jesus, what? After that ye have what? Suffered a while. Make you what? Perfect. Establish. Strengthen. Settle you. The problem is we face our issue the way we face our issues the way others face our issues. When they scream shame, we feel ashamed. When they scream guilty, we feel guilty. When they scream denial, we go hide in exile. We got to quit looking at our circumstance the way that others are looking at our circumstance.
My God.
The problem is that's why you have to mark them. That's why God said this. He said, when I press forward toward the mark of the prize of the higher calling, which what? Which is in Christ Jesus. It then tells us to mark people who are following after the same God that you are following after. Walk with like-minded people. Because if you walk with people who don't think like you, they won't see like you either. Oh my God. Come on, somebody. When you want to think faith and see faith, they see doubt and fear.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody. When they see shame, you ought to not feel how they are feeling. You ought to feel the God that you have in your life.
Teach us.
And so,
thank you, Lord.
We got to quit facing problems or facing our issues the way others face our issues.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's our issue because God has given it to us. They may not have the same type of faith in our issue because they don't understand the strength that God has made. I'm telling you right now, I'm like a Ford truck. I'm built tough. Come on, somebody.
Hey!
Come on, somebody.
Yes!
See, you can have faith in Ford trucks and know that they can pull all kinds of things because what? It ain't going to break because they was built to do it. Come on, somebody. It may look awkward for a Ford truck to do some heavy tons of stuff. But at the end of the day, you can't say nothing about it because it was built for it. So come on, somebody. You are going through what you are going through because you was built for what to go through.
Yes, go ahead. Yes. My God.
So yeah, it may feel uncomfortable. I told somebody the other day, I said, just understand that you may be strong. There's many strong people. There's guys who bench like 400 pounds. But let me understand, that 400 pounds is still heavy. Even though they're lifting it.
Yes.
Oh, come on, somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Professional athletes that fly all over a football field and they hitting people and hitting people. But guess what? Those hits still hurt.
Yes.
But guess what? They built for it.
Built
Come on,
for it.
somebody. Even though you're strong, you'll still feel the pressure of your circumstance. But
Yes.
God said that I shall never leave you nor forsake you. I will be
Yes.
by your side.
Yes. Yes, he
Oh, come on,
will.
somebody want to touch your
Yes,
and say,
he
I'm built for
will.
this.
I'm built for this.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
You're for Trump.
Yes. Yes.
You're built for this.
Built for it.
So
Thank you,
God
Lord.
is saying, see what I'm doing in the midst of what you are doing or going through. His will was to be done. But see, that public shame wasn't just going to be because it was assumed that they have not came into each other together. But it was also because Joseph wanted to divorce her because he didn't believe. Yeah. See, belief changes a whole lot of things. And it's a shame that the angel had to come, but sometimes God gives us what? Confirmation. And so we get to a place in time that even though he wanted to hide her publicly of different shame, he wanted to go through and privately, we got to get this to ourselves. Now, I say this to myself in the note that I have. Sometimes we allow ourselves to get caught up in our feelings based on what God allowed to happen. Sometimes we get caught up in our feelings based on what God allowed to happen. We sat there and say that God, I've been doing this and I've been doing that. How could this happen? And what happens is we allow our faith to reflect how we feel.
My God.
We allow our faith to reflect how we feel. Because we are feeling some type of way because God allowed this to happen.
Thank you,
The
Lord.
level of your severity of your circumstance should not dictate the level of your faithfulness. Come on, somebody. The more severe of things you have to go through should not dictate the level of your faith. Oh, come on, somebody. To help you understand, tell you the truth, the more you go through, the larger your faith should be.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Come on. Sometimes we work in the opposite. So we go through so much, all of a sudden we just run from God. But tell you the truth, the more I have to go through, the more I should be running to God. Because I tell you, God, you are the only one that can bring me out this circumstance. You are the only one that can bring me out this struggle. You are the only one that can bring me out this pain. God, I should run to you.
Yes. The only one.
That's how I gotta be. I know that once my kids probably get to college, they know they can probably ask their friends for a couple dollars if they was in need of a couple dollars. But I know if they needed like something large, like 50, 60, 100, something like that, who they gonna call? They're gonna call daddy. They know who to call at the level of the severity of their situation.
Yes.
That's how we gotta be too. Tell you the truth. If you just stick with God, you don't have to call nobody else. God will handle everything
Yes, he
for
will.
you when you need.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
I'm telling
My
you,
God.
God is not a choice. He's the answer.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Yes, he is.
That's good.
He ain't a choice. He's the answer.
Yes, he
I'm
is.
going through. The answer is God. I'm struggling with finance. The answer is God.
Yes.
I'm struggling with pain. The answer is God. I'm struggling with my situation in my relationship. The answer is God.
Yes.
God is not a choice. He's not no A, B, C, or D. He is the answer.
Yes, he is.
Oh, we don't thank God that we serve a God that don't have multiple choice in how we live. But God said, I'm the answer to every situation, every circumstance, every problem that ever comes around.
Yes.
All the about it.
Yes.
Y'all know we don't like taking tests. And the more multiple choice there is, the less chances you got to get it right. But God said, all you got to do is mark me for every answer in this life. Come on, don't see?
Yes.
Y'all thought they were going to go to work and take no promotional tests and put God. He ain't talking about that test, but he talking about the test of life.
Yes.
Amen.
And there's not no multiple choice.
My God.
Sometimes we allow ourselves to get caught up in our feelings based off what we are going through. I understand this. I don't want to be comfortable going through when no one knows, but refuse to go through when I'm on display. And what happens is that we want God to do things always privately. But we got to get to a place beyond where Joseph was at. He said he was not willing to go through openly. Just putting it plain out there. Sometimes God is going to allow things to happen that everybody's going to see.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Manifest,
Uh-huh.
Jesus. Do it.
Everything ain't gonna be something that you can just say, oh, I didn't know you went through that when you heard the testimony. Sometimes people are gonna see it. Why I tell you that? Because it's the same way Paul and Silas had to go to that jail cell in front of everybody there. It was meant not just for them, but for everybody there. They said they were praising and praying God in the midnight hour, and everybody heard them.
Yes.
Oh, come on, somebody. They were able to do the math. Their praise would open up the cells for everybody there.
Yes.
Sometimes we're going to have to go through in front of folk so that God can bless us in front of folk so that he can get the glory from the folk. Oh.
Hey, go ahead. My God.
So sometimes we ain't going to be able to go through everything properly.
Mm.
So what happens is we can't be comfortable going through while it's hidden. And one refused to go through when it's on display. Think about the situation. Mary's pregnant. And it's not just on her, it's on him too. Because the assumption would be what? That Joseph and Mary was tangling. I got the kids in here, you gotta use some alternative words. Y'all know how we do?
Amen.
We see it, we assume it. There ain't no explanation. Nobody, I promise you, nobody was going to ask Joseph, did that happen? It was going to be 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah. Right? Same thing when they saw that blind man. That's how it said, well, what did he do to cause him to be blind? And Jesus had to let him know that everything ain't based off of sin. Come on, somebody. But that's the life that we live in, that everybody has what? An assumption. Yeah. That when they see this, it automatically sees that. But when I tell you all year long, we serve a God of what? The alternative. Now we serve a God that even when society says 1 + 1 = 2, God will say 1 + 1 = 1. Matter of fact, God will say 1 + 1 = 100. And you keep praying with him because we serve a God of alternative that says, I don't submit to what society knows, but I'm the God over society. So Joseph didn't believe, so he was going to handle the situation based on how it made him feel. He wanted to get rid of Mary based on how her circumstance made him feel. Ain't that something? Some of us treat people and make decisions based on how somebody else's circumstances makes us feel. Come on, that's how the church is sometimes too. But then other people who fall off and fall backwards into life, we start acting off of how their circumstance made us feel. Come on, somebody. You know how disappointment is the biggest thing because you had so much trust in this person and they failed you. So instead of focusing on their circumstance, getting them out of their circumstance, we let it make us feel a certain type of way and we want to get rid of it.
My God.
The Bible says what? It says, if you find your brother always on the fault, ye which are what? Spiritual. Right? Ye which are spiritual. Restore. Such a one, considering not less, yes, ye also be tempted. So we have to understand that the same way somebody else could mess up or disappoint could be the same way one day you can as well. But what happens is that Joseph struggled with understanding the difference between appearance and substance. I'm going to get that one too. Sometimes we focus too much on how we appear before people and not the substance of what God is doing. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice your appearance so that you can remain in good standing with the substance that God is putting on the inside of your life. What does that mean? Well, anybody ever grew some dreadlocks? Sometimes you're going to sacrifice your appearance in the beginning stages just so that you can inherit what the growth is going to be like come down the line. It's going to be the same way. Sometimes that God allows something to happen into our lives, which is going to make us that appear very well. But God is saying that even though your outside doesn't look too good, I'm telling you, I'm doing something new on the inside of you. I have a problem. Behold, I'll do a new thing. Come on, somebody. And it may not look right now, but I promise you, what I do on the inside is going to reflect on the what? On the outside. God said, don't worry about your appearance. Worry about your substance.
Yes. Thank you,
I
Lord.
told y'all, I said that when the plant is in the bad soil, it takes root from the roots. And before you know it, and your inside and your outside reflects the soil that you're planted in. God is saying that, yes, you understand you may be going through something right now, but there's something I'm doing on the inside of you. Come on, somebody. A beautiful car that you may look like and you may like on the lot. Trust me, it got built from the inside out. Come on, somebody. It was not a shell first. The outside was the easy part. But it was everything that had to go on the inside to make it to what it is on the what? On the outside.
Yes.
Sometimes how you look will suffer because of who you are. You won't look good in the eyes of folk because of who you have been purposed to become.
My God.
Somebody pays attention to the caterpillar sometimes. They focus more on the butterfly than the caterpillar. They don't understand that when it's in the cocoon state, they just ignore it. Sometimes, guess what? When you have a cocoon, none of us will be seeing a cocoon when we walk by and try to look for it. But at the end of the day, you don't even know it's a cocoon, but it's okay because God said what I'm doing on the inside of this cocoon is going to be beautiful that the world will be able to see it. So I had to take it through an ugly phase. I had to take it through a struggle. I had to take it through a bondage stage, a stage that's tied up. But I promise you, what I have purpose on the inside of you is going to be greater than anything that you ever
My
had to
God.
go
Thank
through.
you, Jesus.
That's why I was actually
Thank you, Lord.
I put this post out last night. Be not afraid to marry your burden, for your circumstance has been conceived from God. God is saying this is that Mary would have been a burden on him in the physical aspect. Mary was going to be a burden on him because there was going to be some questions that he was going to have to answer. There was going to be some predicaments he was going to have to endure. There was going to be some people that he was going to have to face, and he was not going to have the same faith that he has. There was going to be some people he was going to have to explain himself to, and he said, "Don't be afraid."
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Verse 20.
Yes.
Verse 20 lets us know, let me find this real quick. It says, as he considered this, he fell asleep, and the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. Joseph, son of David. The angel said, "Do not be afraid to go ahead with your marriage to Mary, for the child within her has been conceived by the Holy Spirit." I feel like preaching on today because that's what he's saying to us. Don't be afraid to marry your burden. Because what's on the inside of you, your circumstance has been conceived from God. Some of us look at our burden and just look at it as a burden and want to get rid of a burden. But God said, no, embrace your burden. Marry your burden, because what's being conceived from your burden is straight from the Holy Ghost. Come on, somebody. Come on. That's why we got to be able to see what God sees, even in the midst of what we see. Because God is saying that don't mistake this burden for anything else but from a gift from me. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. I may not understand why I got to be pregnant with something that I did not do to myself. But God, I don't understand why I gotta catch the backlash from folk and hear their mouths and see them look at me. I don't understand why I have to bear this burden. But God said, don't worry about it, because what you have on the inside of you, what you have that's forming on you, is straight from me.
My God. Thank you, Jesus.
Straight from me.
Thank you, Lord.
So what was seen to expose you to the people will help save the people.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
What was there to make you look bad will be the very thing that's going to cause those who talked about you to give their life to God.
My God. My
While
God.
they were busy talking about your circumstance was developing to change their circumstance. Come on, somebody.
Hey.
So we got to get to a place that you have to understand what caused you to be discomforted, what caused you to be uncomfortable, what caused you to have to go through your burden was necessary for somebody else.
Yes.
Somebody else.
So they had to see it. They had to see it. No, it sucks. I know it don't make sense to you. I know that it hurts because it's for a season. And we understand that even with our climate seasons, our seasons last for quite some time. Before, when winter time is over, we get to a point that you don't even know when it's going to be over, because it seems like it just drags on and on and on and on. And it seems like when springtime comes, you're happy for a little bit of warm weather, but it rains all the time and it just drags on. Before you know it's in July, you're like, okay, it's finally summertime, but the rain is still dragging. All of a sudden it's hot. And you know, we just got out of that. Fall time came and it was still 80 degrees, 85 degrees. It seemed like seasons just drag on and on and on. But God is saying, do not be weary and well doing, but you will reap if you faint not. He said, this focus on my glory, even in the midst of your season. This focus on my hope, even in the midst of your season. This focus on my victory, even in the midst of your season.
Yes. My God.
I know you was exposed, and it seemed like the time was just going on and on and on and on. But God is saying, you don't have to worry about it, because what I have for you is going to bless somebody else. when everybody seen you and seen it as flaws, God said, I'm making you flawless. When everybody deemed you as inadequate, God said, I'm bringing you to be whole. When everybody deemed you as inconvenient, God said, I'm bringing you favor. Come on, somebody. Somebody say
My
favor.
God, favor.
Oh, come on, somebody. What it was, it turned into something else. Come on, somebody. Is it what the devil meant for bad? He turned it around for my good. What you saw as a burden ended up being a blessing. Come on, somebody. What you saw as what? Misery ended up turning into my what? Ministry. What you saw as a test ended up being what? My testimony.
Yes.
What you saw as wilderness ended up being my promised land.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Woo!
Thank you.
So, we understand this. Pessimism doesn't belong in the walk with Christ. Joseph focused on the shame and not the name. They should call him, they said in the Bible, Wonderful Counselor. Ah, my God.
Yeah.
Prince of Peace.
Prince of Peace.
Mighty God.
Mighty.
Oh, I don't know. I get excited about that right there. The
Mighty.
everlasting Father.
Yes.
They said, well, Emmanuel be God with us. I don't know about you, but he focused on the shame, but if he would have just focused on the wonderful counselor, if he would have not focused on the shame, but he would have focused on the Prince of Peace, if he would have focused on the shame, but he focused on the mighty God, the everlasting Father, he would have understood that the burden was a blessing. There's a blessing in your conception. Come on, encourage somebody one more time and say, there's a blessing in your conception. Oh, come on, somebody. So be not afraid of your issue this season. Be not afraid of what makes you look like what you gotta look like. Be not afraid of the exposure. Be not afraid of the backlash. Be not afraid of people's looks at you. Be not afraid of what they will call you. Be not afraid of your giant in your life, the pressure in the appearance. Because God said that there is a blessing in your conception. You gotta put your hand on yourself and say, God is blessing me in my conception. Oh, come on, somebody. Whatever you may be going through, whatever burden that you have to bear, He said there's a blessing in my conception. Oh, God, I know that you have brought this thing not to leave me right now. God, I know that you have put this thing in my belly. Oh, God, the birth of something amazing out of my life.
My God. Thank you.
So don't be afraid of your heartaches.
Right now.
Don't be afraid of your mental battles.
Thank you,
Don't be
Jesus.
afraid of your conditions. Don't even fear fear.
Oh, my God.
Because
Thank you,
God
Lord.
said that I put something on the inside of you. Not to just be a burden, but to be a blessing. I don't know, that encouraged me right now. I put something on the inside of you. Not to be a burden to you, but to be a blessing. I know that you may have to go through a season while everybody looks at you. You may have to go through a season while everybody talking about you, murmuring about you, speaking about you because they don't understand. But God said that's okay because the blessing that's coming out of it is far greater than what folk got to say about you.
Yes.
Your substance is far greater than your appearance. Oh, come on, somebody. If the caterpillar knew what he was going to turn into,
My God.
he would have went into the cocoon the day he was born. So we gotta trust and believe that the outcome is greater than what's going on. You have conceived a miracle for you and your family. You have conceived favor for your household. Your victory was birthed through your struggle. How many believe that today? Your healing was birthed through your sickness.
Amen.
Your freedom was birthed through your bondage.
Yes.
And lastly, as I close, verse 22 said this. All of this is to happen so that the Lord can fulfill His word. Everything you have to go through. I want to tell you that. I feel some help right there. Everything that you have to go through is because God is fulfilling His word within you. Oh, y'all believe that today?
Yeah.
Everything that you have to go through is because God is fulfilling. Think about what he's saying. Joseph seen the circumstance that he had he tried to get out of. The angel said, no, go forth with what you are going to do. Because in the next verse he says, it has to happen. My God, today. It has to happen for the fulfilling in you. Stand to your feet. Many times, we don't understand certain things that happen into our lives. Say, why? I'm not just talking about small things, I'm talking about all kinds of things. Why? We ask the Lord that many times, right?
Yes.
Why, Lord? Why me? Why us? Why this? is saying it's necessary for the fulfillment of the purpose that I have on the inside of you. So we got to go a pleasant time now. We got to be like, God, fulfill me. What would the caterpillar be if he only remained a caterpillar? He never went through the process to become what he was purposed to become. There's so many people in life right now that have been trying this walk, and you still a spiritual caterpillar.
My God.
Because you refuse to go through the process because the process doesn't make me look good. I'm wrapped up and I'm stuck to something that I can't get off of. Oh, can I speak to you all good? Yeah. Wrapped into something I'm stuck to something I can't get myself out of. Mm-hmm. But even in the scripture we just read, it said what? After you have what? Suffer for a little while.
Wow. Just a little while.
Just that time itself is what? Perfecting us. It's establishing us. And God is saying that you will not be accountable for too long, but you got to be willing to say yes to the process. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, that sounds like a game. Yes to the process.
Yes.
So that you can come out. Something. You can go through something and come out beautiful. Mm-hmm. Come out looking better than what you did when you went in. Right. And God is saying that's what I'm trying to do for you. Yes. But he said that understand this burden has came to you to be a blessing. And not only to be a blessing, but to fulfill the purpose that I have in your life. We will not be who God has called us to be without the process. Mm-hmm. Without the burden. All of us are going to have to bear the burden. Oh, come on, somebody. When you want to think about something about Mary, understand that this is a season of reflecting about her bearing the burden. But he's saying this, I'm bringing this to your life. So that it could fulfill the purpose that I have on your life. Purpose is being fulfilled even as you go through. Strength is being fulfilled even as you go through. Power is being fulfilled even as you go through. The breaking of chains and fetters and bondage is being fulfilled even as you go through. Deliverance is being fulfilled as you go through. And what we claimed on this year, victory, is being fulfilled as you go through. I believe that this morning. Amen. I believe that today. I believe that from the bottom of my heart that God is trying to fulfill my life.
Yes, Lord. Thank you.
We don't understand it. We can't even comprehend what God is doing. But God is saying that I brought this to you because there's a blessing in your conception. Some of us may not be looking to have any more kids, but trust me, your birthing time is not over. Hello, somebody.
Amen.
God said you may be done birthing some babies, but I got some spiritual birthing that's on the inside of you.
Hey, my God.
Let me tell you something. I was watching the movie yesterday. I was pointing my wife. I told her, I said, that ain't hurt. Oh, you're looking at here like, all that screaming for nothing. Girl, push that baby out. Yeah.